So I'm gearing up to go to the gym now. Today's my upper body hypertrophy day. Got on one of these a little bit older Gymshark tanks. I think these might be around a year old now. It's a stringer tank. It's got the camouflage and whatnot. I haven't worn this in forever, so I figured might as well. And then I have the, this was like a part of the reflective series where they had a top and bottom that was reflective. But it's got the long pants. And then I got these photosynthesis or lunar glide Nikes that are pretty cool. They got flowers and whatnot, so they kind of stand out. You don't really expect somebody wearing flowers. My mom saw that. She's like, "Give me a pair of those." So that was funny when I visited her yesterday. So let's get to the gym. Right now I'm going to go prepare my pre-workout and then be out the door. Current pre-workout of choice. Mainly just this bag of beta-alanine. I like to kind of superdose my beta-alanine. The clinically studied dose is, I believe, 3.2 or 3.5 grams. I think it was 3.2. But I like to have about 5 grams of that. Yeah. And my buddy Brandon hooked me up with some of this. It's from De Novo Nutrition. And it's called Utopian. It's got caffeine and then 3 ingredients that are really great for focus and just your mental state. So it's really not a very stimulating type of pre-workout, but it's one that really gets your mind in the right place. They market it as a pre-work supplement, so whether it's working out or going to work or whatever, since it's not jam-packed full of other things like beta-alanine or other stimulants. Obviously, caffeine is a stimulant. But I've been using it for about 3 or 4 weeks now. I've been enjoying it. This isn't like an official review or anything, but I've been enjoying it, so I figured I'd show you some of the things that I've been using lately. Once again, Utopian, De Novo Nutrition. And that's actually my second little tub. I used the first tub, and then I asked Brandon, I'm like, dude, do you have more? So I've been enjoying it. Otherwise, I keep it really simple. A caffeine pill or 1.5, depending on how I'm feeling, and beta-alanine, and that's about it. And I got this bad boy off Amazon.com. So if you guys check the link in the description box, you could find this if you're looking for it. I got 2.2 pounds, I think for $30 or around that. Usually if I'm alone, just head to the gym in my car. I'll listen to, I'm not ashamed to admit this, a Christian podcast called Truth for Life from Alistair Begg. I'll listen to this on the way to the gym, kind of just ground myself, I guess you could say. Not necessarily hype myself. I kind of do that when I get to the gym and after I'm warmed up. But I actually kind of like to calm myself before I go to the gym and get my mind thinking. Sometimes not even about the gym. It's interesting. Boom! Doing here some decline dumbbell pressing. Some of you guys may remember that within the past 6 months I've had basically 2 kind of really minor pec strains done on the barbell flat bench press. And it's been something that I've been slowly reintroducing. Most recently I did 225 for 5 sets of 5, and I've just been adding 5 pounds each time I do that exercise. But the dumbbell pressing has been something that I've been able to bring in pretty quickly, and it's been feeling really good. So here I'm doing the 130s. I did 1 set of 12 followed by 4 sets of 10 this workout, and I'll show you guys also a side angle so you can see some other things that I've been changing. What I like to do when it comes to this workout in general is vary a few different things. For example, I'll do a push, then a pull, a push, a pull, bi, try, and then maybe some, side and rear delt. But when it comes to the pulls, I vary them in a certain manner. For example, the first pull on this day, I'm doing a neutral grip pull down with a pause. The next workout, that's basically this workout, the next time I do this, I will do a over grip pull down with a medium over grip. So I'm attacking, different exercises in different ways on different workouts. And the next time I do this workout, I do a flat dumbbell press. And generally, I have about the same strength, flat and decline. I'm probably a little bit stronger on decline. So I just basically build off the last session. So, next time I do this workout, it's going to be done on the flat bench press. I'll do the 130s, and I'll aim for 5 sets of 12. Hitting it or not, but aiming for 5 sets of 12. It may go 12, 12, 11, 11, 10, or something like that, but, I have a goal, and over time, I end up hitting that goal, and then I increase the weight. Here we go. So after I, did 5 sets of the decline dumbbell press, 5 sets of the pull downs, went overhead and did 5 sets of these incline dumbbell presses. And I believe this workout, I almost hit the goal of 5 sets of 12. I think on the last set, I got 11. Like, if I had taken just 5 more seconds on the rest period, I probably would have been able to squeak out another rep on the last set. I believe this was maybe the second or third set. But I'm really proud, really happy with the form. And where my elbows are being lowered in relation to my shoulders, it looks very effective. It felt very effective, feels good on the muscle. And, I'm always being very, very aware of my angles, my joint angles. So this is the next pull of this workout. And I'm actually doing a wide grip, really focusing on the stretch more than the squeeze, because the next time I do this exercise basically the next time I do this, I like to pull higher. So in other words, I'll get lower on the chest pad so that my elbows are higher. You can see here that my elbows are a little bit low, using wide grip, and I'm really focusing on squeeze. Next time really focusing on the stretch. The next time I do this exercise, I pull higher, basically just by putting my body lower on the chest pad. I pull higher and also do a 2-second squeeze. So you'll notice that, like on this workout, I had the 2-second squeeze on the vertical pull. In the next workout, I'll have that 2-second squeeze on the horizontal pull. So just different things I vary. And of course, I keep track of every single weight and every single rep. It's all written down, so that the next time I do a given exercise, I step my game up. I step my game up, whether it's more weight, more reps across all sets, or even just one more rep to complete a full, 5 sets of 12, for example. If I did 4 sets of 12 and the last set I did 11, I'll keep it the same weight until I can do 5 full sets of 12. Pec flies right here. I love doing them the way that you just saw. And throw in another pull just because it's something I'm really working on, building that back up. This exercise right here isn't extremely too taxing, so it wasn't too much to add in terms of the volume. So this was 15 sets of back done on this workout. It was 10 sets of dumbbell pressing for chest, 15 total sets, or actually it was about, I'm not sure if I did 3 or 5. I'd have to look at my book. I did 3 or 5 sets of the pec fly. So it might have been 13 or 15 sets of chest. So a lot of my work right now is higher volume compared to just a handful of months ago. Still doing 753 programming on my legs though. Boom. Here's a good front angle. I enjoy just filming this from the front. It actually makes me look like I lift. But really just focusing on a good squeeze, a good stretch. And once again, I love this exercise. It isn't really too taxing on me. So I've been able to add extra back volume without destroying myself. So I've noticed that with chest supported rows, that's just a great way for me to add more volume in to my upper body days. More lat work, without really overly taxing myself. If I was doing tons of barbell rows and dumbbell rows, they're a little bit more taxing, and I would have to take away from other parts of my program, other areas, other workouts, which emphasizes, or I'll emphasize to you guys, it's all a balancing game. You have to balance the resources you have in different places, at different times, in different workouts. You have to know when to push, when to pull. And I don't necessarily mean benching and rowing. I mean, although that does matter, the longer you're in this game, you learn more about yourself and how much volume you can apply, how much volume you can recover from, because it comes down to the fact that the amount of volume that you can actually recover from is extremely important, because you want to be lifting at around that level, because once you're doing too much volume you can't recover from, you got a problem. But if you're not doing close to the max amount of volume that you can recover from, you're not doing all that you can. And also, and without going too much on a tangent, sorry guys if this is too much of a tangent, but it's not just about how much volume you can do and recover from. It is also about how much is necessary for the goal, whether it's strength or size, how much minimal volume it takes to get the response that we're aiming for. So if all it takes, just hypothetically, is 3 sets of X bicep exercise, but you're doing 10 right off the bat, you're doing 7 more sets than was necessary for the same goal. So that's all that extra time, all that extra energy, all that extra stress put on the muscle wasn't actually necessary, wasn't actually required for the same exact growth, for the same exact response, for the same exact adaptation. So there's a few different things to balance. There's so many things to balance. And of course, time. The longer your workouts, the less other things in life that you'll be able to attend to. So you got to balance it out. You got to balance your time in the gym, and there's the economy of time that you really have to worry about. You got to balance things out. You don't have an infinite amount of time to work out, so make the most of it. Make the most of it. And when it comes to other people, they may have more time than you. So, just because they don't do, let's just say, supersets or giant sets or really short rest periods, they like to rest for a little bit longer between their sets and lift slightly heavier weights than you. Neither of you guys are right or wrong. There's just a different preference, different just genetics, different everything when it comes to person versus the next person. So I just hope that makes sense, and sorry for the tangent. Let's get back to the workout. I've been doing these a lot lately. I've been doing a lot less overhead pressing, shoulder pressing, and a lot more side lateral raises. And also I've been doing a ton of hammer curling, especially on just a high incline or just vertical bench like this. I've been doing tons of this. Basically 3 to 5 sets of hammer curls basically every other day, and that's not including all the other arm work that I do on my arm day. So there's been certain things I've been really stepping up, guys. I'm excited.